Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm going to do this quick video today. Quick audio. Um, it has nothing to do with relationships, love, none of that stuff, because my podcast is going to be, they're going to be like a mixed variety. Current events, just whatever I want to talk about that day. So today I come across this picture. Well, it's two pictures. One was of a lady having her weave taken out of her hair. Under it was like a matted mess. It looked crazy. Anyway, so that brings me to the topic today: healthy hair and hair growth. Why are women losing so much hair, especially black women? I can only speak on black women because I'm black, and I know that hair loss is running rampant. Traction, alopecia, all of these things are running rampant in the black community. And I have my own hair care brand line that I've studied, researched. It's effective products because they're all natural. But that's neither here nor there. I want to talk about the wig wearing and the weave wearing and why you are losing so much hair. There was this lady earlier, she asked me, she said, I have a whole bunch of my thick flakes and dandruff on my head and all this, and I oil my scalp and I do this. And I said to her, that is the worst thing you can do, is oil your scalp. People think oiling their scalp is helps their hair grow. They'll take these serums and they'll put it on their scalp. I even used to think that when I was a kid. Oh my God, if I put this in my scalp, it's going to make my hair grow, because that's where your hair grows from. The best way to grow healthy hair and to have a healthy scalp is to keep it clean. Just like anything else, your body, to be healthy, you have to keep it. I'm sorry. I just went off for a second. I'm looking at these people talking about they eating some type of cereal, but it's a bowl of fruit and ice water. What in the world? Okay. Ooh, Lord. Back to the, and they have a recipe. Oh, it ain't water. It's coconut water, ice cubes, strawberries, blueberries, pomegranate seeds. Nature cereal. Maybe if you put it in coconut milk. I don't know. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. Anything that you want to grow, your face. You want your clear skin, you have to keep it healthy. You have to keep it clean. You have to keep it refreshed. Healthy body, you have to keep it clean. You have to keep it refreshed. That is the same thing with your hair. I'm not understanding this. I see so many pictures of edges missing, the crown part, the middle part of people's head. It's receding. Let me tell you why. First, we're going to start with the oils, the serums, and all that stuff you're putting on your scalp. The reason why you have flakes and lots of thick dandruff, because your hair naturally produces oil, sebum or whatever it's called. Naturally produces this oil. Go wash your hair. Wash your hair, really wash it really good, and don't put any product on it. And you're going to see within maybe a couple of days, your scalp is going to naturally lubricate itself. When you put oils and these heavy oils and any type, you put these oils in your scalp, you know what it does? It clogs up your pores. It clogs up clogs your pores, just like if you keep putting oil on your face and not washing it or anything without washing, keep it clean. It's going to clog your pores and you're going to have a breakout. Scalp is skin. That is the same concept. If you keep putting oil on your scalp, it's going to clog your hair follicles. Clogged hair follicles is going to cause the damaged follicles and breakage. I'm going to say this again. Oil and product on your scalp. You put product on your hair to keep your hair moisturized, to keep it shiny, whatever you want to do. But avoid putting oils on your scalp. If you want to put something on your scalp, spray your scalp with water. I'm telling you, I've never had no itchy scalp, no dandruff, no. If my scalp is itchy, it's because it needs to be washed. There's no scratching, there's no dandruff, nothing comes out. Or maybe the style. But when you build up a flake, something's wrong with the sebum, something's wrong with the scalp, the health of your scalp. This woman plucked up this humongous flake. And I'm like, she's like, I tried the oils, and that's the problem. If you can use water, spray your scalp with water. You could spray your scalp with aloe vera oil. A mixture of aloe vera oil and water is very refreshing to your scalp, and it keeps your scalp clean and healthy. So that's the first part, scalp health. hair health too. You want to make sure your hair is moisturized, the ends don't break, all that other stuff. But the scalp is the main. This is where it grows from. So it has to be healthy, it has to be clean, and it has to be refreshed. Is there anything I want to add to the scalp part? That's it. So you're fooling yourself by putting all these oils and elixirs and serums on your scalp. It's like a plant. Good example. Let me use that. Hair, it's like a plant. If you water it, it's gonna grow and give it sunlight. And that's where I come to with the wigs and weaves. Weaves. Now, I think weaves are a little bit more of a healthy approach to protective styling because your scalp is still exposed. You actually have your hair braided and tracks sewn in. But what I would recommend with weaves is you try to leave your edge part out. Any areas that's vulnerable, susceptible to breakage, susceptible to thinning, your edges all the way around to the back. Then the middle, the crown, the middle of your head. Those areas are known to cause damage first. So you have to pay attention to those areas and make sure there's no tension on it. I cannot understand women when they lose their edges, they continue to have these crazy styles that pull and tug and it's crazy. If you want to wear braids, don't let a braider put humongous braids at your edge here. Do some smaller braids and let them hang loose. And when I say loose, I don't mean hang down. If you pull it up into a ponytail, make sure that you loosen up the pull so it's not pulling. Save your edges and save the areas around your edges. That's one thing. So with the weaves, I hear people all the time, they do weaves. They make sure they're tight. Go get your weaves tightened. What y'all not understand is the tighter the weave, the more damage you're going to have in your hair. If you keep pulling and pulling, grab your hair and pull it and just hold it and pull it and pull it and pull it and pull it. After a while, you're going to see that it's going to start to thin. And that's what happens. The strands stretch, thin, and then that's how breakage occurs. I'm not understanding why y'all still doing these tight hairstyles. Either you want to have hair or you want to chase the style. And this is one of the reasons why I don't go to the hair salons. I do my own hair because I don't chase styles. I cannot be going to paying somebody all this money just for my hair to fall out. And hairdressers should know this, and they shouldn't be doing these styles, but they got to get their bag. Anyway, so now with the weave, we have the weaves going on. I say if you get a weave, if you do your braids, do your braids. I wouldn't say do them extremely tight. Do them a nice, so that it's not uncomfortable. When you get your weave done and you leave, your head shouldn't be on, oh my God, my head is it's so much pain, I can't even sleep. If that happens to me, I'm taking it out. You know why? Because you're going to have damage. Because now you're going to keep that weave in for, I don't know how long you keep it in, 2 months, whatever. And that pulling is just going to be constant pulling. And then you're going to come back to the salon and say, oh, let me get it tightened. And she's going to tighten it up even more and it's going to pull even more. And the most vulnerable parts of your head are going to start going, like the top and the edges. Have these women take out these weaves and take off these weaves and wigs. And you're going to see a lot of edges missing, crowns missing, just damage because they're not looking to take care of the hair. They want the style. Lace front rigs. I hate them. Some people love them. Whatever. But with lace front rigs, this is the thing. Lace front rigs don't provide you any type of ventilation for your scalp. People say lace and it's lace. It doesn't matter. It's covering your scalp. Especially when people they put the wig cap over it and then they sew the trap. The point of the matter is, it doesn't matter how you style your hair. Your scalp should not be covered for weeks at a time. Your scalp should be exposed to air. And that's where I come in with the part about the plants. Plants need sunlight and air to grow. People need sunlight and air to survive and thrive. Your skin needs sunlight. Your skin needs cleansing. Everything to thrive. So why wouldn't your scalp need that? What happens is you cover up your scalps with the wigs and the weaves. It gets no type of air. It gets no type of circulation. It's just sitting there. This is how hair damage occurs. It's just sitting there. There's no sunlight coming to it. There's nothing. So then the hair starts falling on the top, the edges. Listen, I don't wear wigs like that. But when I did wear wigs with the comb pieces, it broke out the edges of my hair. So I stopped wearing wigs. So I can imagine what gluing these lace fronts on your head look like. The problem is people don't want to take the time to take care of their hair and to grow their hair. You can have healthy, long hair. You just have to be, proactive. Get a regimen. Drink plenty of water. But people don't want to do that. They're like, listen, I want that hairstyle and I don't have enough hair. I don't have the kind of hair to get it, so I'll just throw in a wig. There's nothing wrong with wearing wigs. But when you glue them to your head and you sleep on them and you have them on for 2 to 3 weeks with a headscarf and you're doing this and your hair is not breathing, that's where you're going to get damage from. Your hair is going to come out like that. And I know this because I've done a lot of research. I've done clinical studies with people and my hair and other people's hair. And it's what it is. So I'm not telling you to stop wearing your wigs and your weaves, but I'm telling you just to adopt a healthier practice. Stop putting oils on your scalp. Spray your scalp with water or aloe vera if it's itchy. Other than that, don't do anything to your scalp. These potions and notions and rotions are not going to go on your scalp and make your hair grow any faster. Your hair is going to grow at the rate it's going to grow, but what you need to do is make sure your ends are good. Make sure it grows from the scalp, but you maintain your length through the ends. You don't maintain the length through your scalp. You maintain it through the ends. So your hair is people wonder why their hair grow. I got 6 inches of new growth, but my hair is still up to my shoulder. Why? Because the ends are breaking. You care for the ends, it all will be, if it's healthy from root to tip, you're good. Weaves, stop letting these people put these tight, crazy weaves in your hair, and make sure they're not doing tight weaves, wigs, braids, or whatever around the nape area, around the edge area, and the crown part. You're damaging your hair. And that's really just pretty much what I wanted to address today, because I saw that picture and it made me want to do a video, made me want to do this audio to inform women a little bit more on why they're losing their hair. And a lot of the times it's called traction alopecia, and traction alopecia is from pulling and tugging, and it's as alopecia from styling. And when you look at these hair, you see the edges, you can see where areas is thin and it came out. Alopecia is something that, people can't get. It's a real thing. It's a real, I don't want to call it a disease, but it's a real ailment. And when you get alopecia, you usually, it's nothing you can do about that. But traction alopecia, and I don't even know why they call it traction alopecia, if it's something that's done by you. Maybe they should call it traction hair loss. Anyway, but if you have alopecias, there's nothing you can really do about that in a sense. But with traction alopecia, this is caused by use. This is caused by your own doing. If you develop traction alopecia, it's because your hair is getting pulled on, it's getting tugged, you're not treating it too kind. Take these tips, and if you don't believe me, do yourself a favor. Do a challenge, 30 days, 60 days. Do scalp challenge, wig challenge. Do all of these challenges. Do whatever. Challenge yourself. 30 days. Stop putting oil. Stop putting glue, gels, and all this stuff on your scalp. And come back to me and tell me, and use water and aloe vera, and come back in a month and tell me about the improvement in your scalp. Especially if you're one of these people who say they got itchy scalp, they got this dandruff and all. You're putting too much oils on your scalp. This is why you have an over creation, or whatever they call it, of sebum. Too much. Take these tips, do a challenge, if that's what you want to do, however you want to do it. But you'll notice, if you start putting all these oils and stuff on your scalp, you'll have a healthier scalp, you have healthier hair growth, you have healthier hair altogether. And that's it. So thanks for listening. If you need more information about what I've been talking about, email me at bushycombs@gmail.com.